Jewel Lenard. Welcome to Lunch with Jewel. I help entrepreneurs show up big and connect with their people. Today, we're going to talk about something that you need every single day if you are out on social media or even if you are not, and that is images. Images. And images is something you already were familiar with. If you were in business, even if you were not, if you needed a flyer for something, you knew you needed certain images. Or if you were doing business cards, you needed certain images. And so that hasn't really changed. But what has changed is the amount of different images you need and the number of places, the plethora of places where you let me bring my mic. The plethora of places where you actually need images. So, what I want to talk about today is three things every entrepreneur needs to know about images, and secondly, the hack, the quick way to resize images when you need them. So, with that, let's get into the content. So, the first thing you'll want to know is image type. Okay. So if you are an entrepreneur, likely if you wanted to have something printed, you wanted to have flyers printed, or you need business cards printed, or someone's putting together something like a banner for you, you probably have had them ask you for a vector image. Okay. And so you're like, well, wait a minute, I got an image right here. Why can't you use the one that I have? And then they go, well, you can't because the image is not going to, it's not going to size right. And what they mean is, this would have been a good way to do an example. I can't think of one right now, but what they mean is when you go to resize the image, it doesn't stay in proportion to the way you wanted it to look. So you resize it because you want it to go somewhere and it looks smushed or it looks too long. That all happens because you're not working with a vector image. A vector image lets you resize the image to any size and maintain the proportion so the image always looks the same regardless of whether you're making it big or small. It always has the same look. Okay, that's why you want to have a vector image. So then your second question is, so then you go, they say, oh, you need it. And then you go, well, how do I get a vector image? What is that? Right. And so a vector image, basically the two that I use is anything that's in a PDF, and also an SVG. Now, the good news is the tool that I use, Canva, has the ability to export both of those file types. So that's the cheat, right? And so if you have a need to do images or you're doing images for your business, I highly recommend Canva. It's not Adobe, but for most intents and purposes, you can use Canva and do just about anything that you need to do with a certain level of creativity, right? So in terms of images, if you need an image, a vector file, someone asks you for a vector file for print, t-shirts, whatever, know that that is referring to if you have your image in a PDF or an SVG. That's it. Now, the second thing you will run into is you will need your you'll need your image in a certain DPI. Okay. So say for example, you have a t-shirt, you want to do t-shirts, or you want to do cups or different things like that. What you'll go to Printful or one of the other fulfillment houses, and they'll say you'll upload your image, and they'll say something like, oh, this image isn't big enough, or this image is, we resize your image. What they're talking about there is DPI, or dots per inch. The reason this matters is, have you ever seen an image, or maybe you've seen an image where it just looks grainy, it's not crisp and clear? That is because of the DPI that of the image that was used to create the thing, right? So you want to make sure, at least I'm most familiar with Printful, that your images are in 300 DPI or better. So what'll happen is you'll go to Canva, you create your little image, you think it's so cool, you go over there and then you upload it, and then it goes, oh, it's only 96 DPI. And you go, how do I get my image that's over there to, the DPI I need? Now, I just discovered I used to be able to do that. Usually what you can do is you can make the image bigger. right? You make the image bigger, then when it's compressed, it's a greater number of DPI. That's like a hack. But what I also discovered, if you have an Apple, or if you have a Apple product, or like a Mac or MacBook, if you right click, this is a super power hack here, power tip. If you right click on the image, if you go to file and you pull up the preferences for the image, you can actually change the DPI of the image right there in the file. Okay, this is amazing. It's quick, it's easy, and you'll have a great image that you can use for whatever it is you're producing. Okay, now the third thing, my promise was that I was going to give you the other thing I wanted to show you is back to my point about the number of different image sizes that you'll need to do anything on social media, is because every single platform, I don't think there's two different platforms that have the same image dimensions required. And even within a single platform, take Facebook, for example. Even within Facebook, for the exact same thing, you need a different image size for the cover. You need a different image size for the profile. You need a different image size for events. You need a different image size for ads, okay? So how do you, if you do not have a marketing agency that can do these things for you, how can you easily adjust to all these different file sizes? Okay, I have the answer for you. So the hard way is you go into whatever app you're using and you Google it and you find out what dimension you need for a particular item, and then you resize it yourself. You say, okay, I need 1800 pixels here for width, and I need 600 pixels here for length. And then they'll talk about the ratios, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, but there's a simple way. Here's a simple way. The simple way is you go to Canva. And I think this might be a Canva Pro feature, but it is so worth it. You can literally resize any image to any size, and they actually have the platform name where you can resize. Now, you know what? And actually, let me see if I can just show you right quick. Do I have Canva open? Because that's the easiest way, like the show me state. But if I can't show you, let's see. Do I have it open? I swear I love Canva. It is like the best. I think you can do anything you need to do in Canva. And some people, I've heard people say that there's some things they can't do, but bar like real straight up graphic design stuff, and even then there's ways to get things done. You know, Canva is absolutely the best tool that I have ever used, and I will always pay for Canva Pro no matter what. That is like a tool that I absolutely cannot live without. So let me just see real quick if I can show you the resize feature, because this is the hack. And you can get Canva for free. So if you have an image, for example, you have an image already, maybe you had someone do it for you, a family member did it for you, and you want to resize that image, you can actually do that. You can upload the image into Canva, a free Canva account. And then I'm not sure if you can resize though. I have to check that. I should have checked that before this. So let me show you one thing. I'm actually in here now. Let me share my screen real quick. Can I share my screen real quick? I'm going to see, because I'm a visual person, and so I like to see things. I like to see things. I like to touch things. Like, I'm a visual, touchy person. I also like to read, but I really am more of a visual person. So let's see how this will work. Let me see. Are you sharing? Okay, now. Okay, let's see. We're sharing. Okay, there's my screen. All right, so I'm going to take you into, this is Canva. I'm showing you all my client stuff here. But so we're inside Canva now, and it's a little slow right now, maybe because I'm doing video. So this is just something I pulled off for Facebook. This actually shows you how many dimensions, even for something for this. So we were talking about Facebook. So look at here. For Facebook alone, you've got the cover photo. is 820 by 312 pixels, px, right? So that's the cover photo. Different ranges. It's different. It varies on how it's rendered, whether it's seen on desktop or mobile. So you have to be cognizant of that. So even though your cover photo may say 820 by 312, if you want it to look good on mobile, you need to go down to 640 by 360. And then if you want your photo, right? Here's your photo. You think you just need one image size? No, no, no. If you want it to look good on the desktop, you go with this 180 by 180. But if you want it to look good on mobile too, guess what? You got to go down. Same thing for posts, right? If you want to share an image, we got a different set of dimensions. So this is crazy. But what you can do is you can resize to anything. So say, for example, so here it says Facebook cover, right? And so it'll give you the dimensions for a Facebook cover. But then say, for example, you want to resize it to, okay, so reload. So say, for example, you want to resize it. Wait, okay. Let's search for a Facebook. We're going to resize the Facebook cover. I said, so why is this so slow? Okay, and then if you wanted to say you want to use that exact same cover, but you want to use it on YouTube, right? Why would they not just make them the same size, right? Oh, no. You've got a YouTube banner, a display ad, profile picture. You got look at all these. So if you wanted to make that same Facebook cover, you want to do the exact same thing on your YouTube. Okay, so then you've got YouTube channel logo. Wait, that's not the same as the YouTube banner. Wait, hold up. YouTube, look at all these YouTube banner, YouTube outro. They've got all types of things in here. So go ahead and get your Canva, download your free Canva account today and just start checking it out and playing around with it. But say you want to make a thumbnail out of the same thing. Okay, you click there, you do resize. Here it's making me reload the page. It doesn't always do that. And then once it reloads, this is what it would look like to resize this for a thumbnail. Now you'll notice that the dimensions of it change. So if I were doing this and I wanted to make a thumbnail, I would highlight the whole thing and I would resize it out because this image size that they show you is the maximum size, right? So to actually have it look right on YouTube, you'd have to resize it. Okay. All right. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Talking about these sizes and what image do you use? What did we learn? One is the different, what you need, what do we mean when we're talking about a vector file? Another name for it is like raster image type. And so what that means is an image that's not going to distort when you print it. So for that, you want a PDF or an SVG file. The other thing we learned is DPI. DPI is dots per inch. And the larger your dots per inch, the more defined image that you will have displayed when you print that image or share that image on social media. And then I shared the hack on how to get the DPI right for your purpose. And then also what we just talked about or showed you was the hack, the easy way to resize your images is to get that free app that's Canva and go ahead and resize, maybe, even pay for the pro. I don't remember how much it is, but it's not super expensive if you're doing a lot of images and you're on social media. Now, are there other apps that can do that? Absolutely. But you know what? I like to have control of my apps. And what I love about Canva is no matter what platform I'm using, no matter what size I need, no matter what I need to do with it, I can do it within Canva and I don't have to be restricted to a particular app that I can't necessarily get on my phone. I have Canva. And other thing I do is I have Canva on my desktop to design and I have Canva on my phone. So if one of my clients needs an image, I can just go into Canva, pull it up, send it over to them, and I'm done. I love it. So I hope that was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then definitely share the video, comment below your favorite image hack or your favorite platform for displaying images. And I will look forward to checking with you next time on Lunch with Jewel. Bye for now.